you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. For those listening, thank you for joining us. Carmen, I just looked at that list you got written down. You got some surprises for me.
I don't think I have any
But
surprises.
before we get into those surprises, you ever buy a product continuously and you just think that it's going to be different this time?
No, I mean, if I'm continuously buying a product, it's because it's consistent.
Okay, so it's not like I buy these all the time, but Hanes makes a comfort soft. It's got like a thing around the waist, like fabric around the waistband, you know. It's thinner. It's got a different cut to it. The cotton's supposed to be. It's not. Boxer brief wise, it's not supposed to be as tough. It's got a softer fabric, Carmen, and it happens about every 2 or 3 years. Since I was a little kid, every 2 or 3 years I get a pair of these because I see those men in those underwear and they just look so good, and I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind having some of that, on my body, right?
I guess.
So
What you look at?
huh? Well, they got a picture on the packaging.
Oh, and you're like, that. I want to be that.
Yeah, I want that on me.
Okay.
So so you get this nice
It sounds
comfort.
so gay the way you say it.
So you get this comfort soft, Hanes underwear, right? And you're like, yeah. But every single time, the way that they're cut for me, it's like it's just on the bottom, it's too tight. Carmen, on the bottom, on the derriere area, it's just too tight.
Get a bigger size.
No, it's not the size, because if I get another brand or another cut in the same size, it's fine, right? It's just the way that they're cut. They're cut weird.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough fabric in the back of them, and there's enough fabric in the front. It's the only underwear that does this to me, and it happens every single time.
Why
And it's
you
not
keep
even all
buying
the
it?
colors. It's not even all the colors, Carmen. It's like the black and the gray the black and the blue is fine, but the gray is, not good, and the red is not good. Like, it's like, I don't know, but Carmen, for at least 20 years, I've been going through this. Because it looks so good, you're like, man, that waist that's got the fabric around it, you don't
Those
don't
are
have that
awesome. But
fancy-
if they don't fit right, you just got to stop
it's
buying
not
them.
that they don't fit right, they're just not cut right.
Okay, then they don't fit right.
I don't know.
They cut for another butt.
They cut for a different butt, not my butt.
That's funny.
And it sucks because, socks and underwear are expensive these days.
Yeah.
So then you get a pack, you get like a 5-pack, you're $20 in the hole.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, no offense, but like you sitting here complaining about underwear is just something that I can't listen to.
Why?
Because how dare you?
What do you mean?
Women have to buy bras and you're talking about underwear being expensive? Well, we have to buy underwear, socks, and bras.
Yeah.
The last bra that I got from Victoria's Secret was like $45.
Uh-huh.
Like, think about, I'm pretty normal size, I think, chest girl. Or maybe a little more than normal. And mine is that much. So
You
people
decide.
People who are in like a double D cup, like they're paying $60-$70 for a bra.
Right.
So nobody care about y'all fucking underwear prices.
No?
So what?
Well,
Buy
I'm
2
not
packs.
worried about the price of an underwear, Carmen. I'm just saying, like, I get it all the time. They fool me with their marketing and showing those pictures on there,
And you fall for it every
I
time.
fall for it every time. I'm like, I wouldn't mind having some of that on me.
And that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So much snow on the ground right now.
Yeah.
So annoying, man.
Well, it's the big snow, the first big snow. The thing is, like, I was in Chicago one time, It was for Halloween.
Oh, Chicago get cold, 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 cold.
And it had just snowed that day,
Mhm.
and it had basically like shut down. We were on Division Street,
Mhm.
myself and Evan. Shout out to old Evan.
Mhm.
And we were on Division Street. We were at this place called the Lounge, and this woman was there, and she was like, "I love the first snow whenever it shuts down the city, and it's all quiet, nobody goes out. But then after a couple weeks, it turns to snert." She called it snert, snow dirt, and we just had like the first big snow of the year.
Right.
Right, and so nothing's plowed. There's chaos going everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my God! I definitely saw this guy on the way home today. He's coming up the hill. He hit the car next to him because he's trying to get out because he's stuck. So he's just hitting the gas and trying to get. He's halfway up the damn hill. He's pretty much almost up the hill.
Right. We
But
live on a hill.
he just couldn't get past that little part in the front. It was too much snow, and he's just like hitting the gas, his car spinning. So I'm watching him because I'm like, he about to hit that car, and sure enough, he hit the car.
Yeah.
Didn't you think he got out? He kept pressing the gas. Like, I gotta get the fuck out. You can't even hit and run. You hit, you stuck.
You stuck.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Oh man.
It's
That's a
like,
bummer.
yeah, it's one of those things where like if you decide to go out, you don't got 4-wheel drive, you need to be on the freeway or on streets that's plowed. But like going through these side streets, that's a stupid idea for somebody who don't have 4-wheel drive. And here in Portland, we have a lot of hills.
Right.
You ain't gonna make it up that hill, so might as well just stop. It's like,
Yeah, it's rough terrain out there.
yeah, today is especially nasty out there today.
It's gross.
I was watching it while we were at work. It's just snowing. I was like, oh man, it's getting worse and worse.
Last night the weather said we were supposed to get 3 to 5 inches. This morning when I looked, we were looking at 8 to 14. I don't know what we actually ended up with though.
No, it looked maybe about 5-6 inches out there.
Right.
Not too bad, but it's still enough.
I don't understand how they measure snow because it's never exactly what they say.
No.
Yeah, it's not like they take who are
these people?
Who are these people? What do their inches look like? Because I know, like, whenever I'll like be stepping out and I'll step into the snow and it comes above my ankle, that's 7 inches right there.
No, it's not.
When it comes up to my shoe, that's 7 inches.
No, it's not.
It is. This right here, that's 9 inches right there.
And you measured that before, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
Because I used to be a lumberman, and we had is this 8 inches, 8-inch width? Is this 9-inch width, or is it 11? So I could go like that, and I knew that that's about the span of my pinky to my thumb is 9 inches. Yeah. So that way you don't have to take out your tape measure.
Yeah.
Makes things super
Yeah,
easy.
one of the little tricks you learn to
Right.
get through your job easier. Yeah, I don't know. It's annoying. Our plow guy haven't come, so it's impossible to get in and out of the driveway.
Right.
So that's difficult. It's like I was watching our neighbor pull out today, and I was like, "Don't hit your girlfriend's car again." His last snow wasn't even as much as
It
this.
was just a little skim of snow.
Yeah, and he slid right into his girlfriend's car. It's like, well, I don't know. What do you say, girl? I hit your car. Like,
Yeah,
you
hit
go
your
into
car.
the house.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I don't
boo.
know if you know, but I just.
It was
hit
me
your
who
car.
did it.
Yeah.
It wasn't anybody else. Just so you know. And I was like, I got to get in the house because this is awkward.
Right.
He just hit his girl's car, and I'm standing out here smoking. I was like, let me just go in the house and let him get
Smooth
that
it
together. For himself.
Before the snow came, you went to the grocery store yesterday.
Yeah, I did. The grocery store was packed like when COVID was happening. It was like, oh my God. Like I remembered that it was a snow coming, but I don't know why I didn't think about it. And my mom was like, you got to be at the grocery store at 8 on days like that. Because people going to pack out the grocery store. And it was like, I should have left right when you left for work. but I kind of hung out around the house and I didn't get there.
You got
until
no sense
later.
of urgency.
I had no sense of urgency. I was just hanging out. I wasn't even really thinking.
Right.
And I'm just gonna pick up a few things. Oh my God! Every line, the checkout, the check and go, the self check line was so long that it was not even worth standing in it. It was just people everywhere packing up stuff. And you know what happens? They start putting limits on it, like, hey, 2 milks per person.
Right.
Because people start just stocking up on stuff as if it's the end of the world.
Right.
It's like, And then this lady, she's behind me in the store, and she's telling me that I need to move all the way up behind the man in front of me because someone's gonna take our spot.
They're gonna cut in front of
They're
you.
gonna cut in front of me.
Right.
I was like, they're not gonna cut in front of me. I'm not the girl who you cut in front of.
Right.
Boo. They're not gonna cut in front of me.
Uh huh.
And if they do, I'll say, hey, I'm here.
Right.
And it's that simple. And if you want to continue that, and I'll push your buggy and knock all your shit out your cart.
Huh?
Don't
You
play
gonna
with me.
push the
I don't
cart?
got time to be playing, but ain't no one's
I like
doing
the way you
that.
say that. You say, I'm gonna push your buggy and knock all this stuff out of your cart.
Yeah.
Like you called it 2 different things. That's
Yeah.
very good.
It's the same thing.
Right.
But I mean, it wouldn't have even got to that. Like, people are not even on that tip.
Right.
They'd have been like, oh, sorry, and then move out the way. It's not a big deal. And she's like, you need to be right there. And I
You
was
need
like,
to be right. And you said that the guy was trying to, because the Omnichrome.
yeah. So
was trying to
he was
keep up a little
visibly social distancing.
Uh-huh.
He was all the way in the back. He had his cart turned, like he was trying to be as far away from the person in front of him as possible.
Right.
So I gave him that space because I see that that's what he wants to do. So
Right.
it's just being common courtesy, like, whatever. If that's what he wants to do, let me give him that space. And she's like, no, you need to get up there. And I'm just like, girl, stop talking to me right now.
Right.
Like, you in here, you talking to people that don't want to talk to you.
Uh-huh.
I get it. You get to a certain age and you just want to talk to everybody. Like, shut the fuck up.
No.
So I was like, people have to go past. So when it was my turn and I moved up, she came all the way behind me.
Right.
And then a lady comes by and she's like, ma'am, I have to get past. Like, you gotta move. You can't
Right.
just sit here and
Because
not
she
allow-
was behind you.
right.
Like directly behind you.
Yeah, because she moved all the way up behind me. And so
Right.
now people are trying to go through the grocery store. And she's sitting, and the lady was like, ma'am, I have to get through.
Right.
Like, you have to move. What you
Right.
think I'm just going to, like, sit here and wait on you to
Go into the
check
line?
out
Yeah.
for me to finish?
To go.
And she was like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I'm sorry. And it was like, this is what I was trying to avoid in the
Right.
first place. And look at your ass. Now you dealing with it when you literally could have just avoided it. And the only thing she had in her cart was cheese doodles and truffles.
Ugh, you're gonna make me spit.
She was like,
Cheese doodles and truffles?
yeah, she was like,
Like chocolate truffles?
no,
or the
no, like the
mushrooms?
turtle
Oh, okay.
truffles.
Yeah, chocolates.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's like, the grandkids are coming over for the snow.
Yeah,
I'm,
right.
I'm watching the grandkids, and I get them all the snacks
Uh-huh.
when they come to my house. She was like, they're autistic, so their mom don't let them have sugars. So when they come to my house, I give them all the sugars. If they at my house, I give them whatever they want. And it's like, I don't need to know that.
Right. Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
I hate the overshare.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't want to be your friend. We're
Mm-hmm.
not going to be friends. We're not going to talk after this. Like, I don't need to know your life story.
Right. Hey.
People feel
Can
the
I get
need
your
to
number?
do that. Oh, I know that was the next question. Hey, and if I'm actively looking at my phone,
Uh-huh.
don't talk to me.
Right.
When you see him on the phone talking, don't talk to me. It's rude. I don't know why people don't understand. Like, I'm looking at my phone and avoiding eye contact with you,
Mm-hmm.
and you still are like, I know you're looking at your phone. I'm gonna talk to you.
But
anyway.
I want to talk to you. Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. And that's one of those things. Like, that guy that I worked with at the lobster place, he was saying how when he goes to bars, like certain bars, he's like, I don't like that bar because I went in there and I was sitting there by myself and the bartenders didn't even speak to me. And I feel awkward. Nobody wants to sit at the table with me. And it's like, I don't have that issue. Everybody talk to me. I'm literally not trying to talk to people, and people conversate with me. I was like, maybe you just look standoffish
Right.
or something, and I don't know why. He's like, the bartenders didn't speak to me, as if that's their job as well. Like, I'm getting a drink, they need to be friendly because I need a friend, and they're not talking to me. And he was like, there was no other customers for them to talk to, and they didn't talk to me.
Yeah.
It was like,
How dare they?
that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, you want a friend that bad?
They do.
Yeah.
Gotta have a friend. That's funny. And it's like with the grocery store lines. We were at the grocery store, and then you ran into a former coworker of yours,
Yeah.
and she really wanted to say hi,
Damn, what's her name?
Chloe,
Chloe.
and she really
Oh,
wanted to
shit.
say hi, and like chat, and then the line moved up, and then the guy behind her was like, "Are you in line?"
Because you
And
want to take that spot real
Right.
quick.
he said, "Are you in line?" And she said, "Yes."
But like, why? Okay,
She can move.
she's next.
Uh-huh.
What does it matter if she stands here or here? She's next. She can stand where the fuck she want to. Like, I don't get why people get so
Carmen,
weird
you,
about
if you're
it.
in line, you got to move up.
You got to move up and stand here.
People get
what
angry
does it matter?
about that. They get mad. They're like, "Why won't they move up?" If you're in line, for like a concert or something, and like the line goes around the building,
Oh,
and people
don't
see a
move up.
space.
They're like,
People see a space. They're like, "Hey, move up!" Like, what's the point? There is literally
What-
no point to move up.
exactly. Like you rush into the red light.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. If I'm next, what the fuck does it matter if I move up or not? I don't
Right.
have to move up. I don't know why people get weird about things like that.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, like, you don't hold the door for you don't grab the door when people hold the door for you.
All right. So
And that's another thing people don't like.
you think that whenever you hold the door for me, I'm supposed to hold the door and then walk through like you're holding the door.
Okay,
and
so
then
if
I'm
you're
supposed
going
to grab
into the
door
store,
and then walk through.
right? If you're going into the store and somebody being nice,
Right.
being courteous,
Like they just
holds
kind of
the-
like hold the door.
Here you go, hold the door for you.
Right.
You're supposed to grab the door. You don't supposed to just walk through and they still
But
holding
they're
it.
holding the door.
No, they're helping.
What
they're
sense is them
assisting
holding
you.
the door if I've got to hold it too?
Kirk, I'm from Detroit.
Just
They
keep
cuss.
on walking.
Boy, I've
You
been
don't-
yelled at multiple times over
First
that
of all,
shit.
you don't have to hold the door for me. Nobody has to hold the door for me. I'll grab my own door. I'm perfectly fine
It's
with
just
it.
common
But if you're
courtesy,
gonna
Kirk.
stand there and hold the door, I'm gonna walk through the door, and I'm not going to touch the door.
Yeah.
No,
Dude, I'm from Detroit. You get cussed out for that. It'll be like, bitch.
I don't
It's
care.
like,
if
oh
you're
my
holding,
God.
what am I supposed to? Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
No.
thank you. Here, I'm holding it till you get it.
Right.
I ain't holding it for you to walk through. What the fuck you think I am, yo, door holder?
Then why would you hold it?
See, and that's why people can't do nice stuff.
Why would you hold it at all
People
if
take
you're not
advantage
gonna
of
hold
it.
it for me to walk through it?
Oh
you're
my
just gonna,
God.
You're just gonna hold it so I can grab it afterward? That's ridiculous. That's asinine. They say.
Dude, I've literally been on the phone with my mom and heard her get yelled at for the same thing.
Uh-huh.
It's something that, like, throughout my lifetime, I've definitely been yelled at a few times because of that. So I kind of, like, know not to do it because
Right.
I have been yelled at. People are like, what the fuck? You think I'm just holding a fucking door for you? It's
Yeah.
like,
Yes, that's exactly what you're doing. Thank you. I say thank you.
yeah,
Isn't
but when
that
you
worth
do
it?
it, people are like,
Isn't that worth it? The thank you.
no, nobody cares.
Hey, thank you.
Nobody
you
cares.
held the door. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's appreciated.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you for holding the door for me.
We have a couple that comes in to our restaurant and they don't tip, but they want to show their appreciation for you because they'll sit there and have conversations with the servers for a long time, but they won't tip much. Instead, they'll give you like a cutout coupon from a Hannaford thing. And be like, here's
there
a
you go.
coupon for
That's for you.
tissues.
That's something for you.
Here's a Kleenex coupon. There you go.
Right.
And it's like, that was very nice of me to do that. And it's like, what is this girl gonna do with this cutout fucking coupon?
She's gonna use it. if
No, she's
smart.
not. I get it, but it's like sometimes you just gotta read the room a little bit. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's-
I
that's
think
funny.
that's not the worst thing to give, But I mean, it's
Like, you being
like-
weird,
everybody needs chapstick.
right?
Here's buy one get one too.
Yeah.
One for you.
Like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Mm.
And when you get the second one, maybe you give it to that cook lady back there.
I go to the front desk at work because I'm at a hotel and I'm like, yeah, I got some lotion. And the girl like, yeah, we got. I'll be right back. Let me go get you some.
Right.
Like, yeah. And then I came up there a couple days ago, and the lotion that I put there in the corner, not bothering anyone, is moved. And I was like, this is discrimination against black people. They moved my fucking lotion.
They moved
And-
your lotion.
Yeah, I was like, and now they probably throwed it away. And now I got to go back to the front desk and be like, you got some more lotion?
got any
I'm
more
like,
lotion?
damn, how much lotion you need,
They're
girl?
like, this girl's skin is thirsty.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
Damn, black girl, how much fucking lotion you need? Like,
Right.
I'll literally go to the bar and ask the bartender, like, Hey, you got some lotion? Then I'm at a bar with like all white people there, and they're looking like, black girl needs some lotion at the bar.
Yeah.
I need it. What
yeah.
you want me to do? Yeah, my
What you
skin
gonna
is
do?
thirsty in the fucking winter. Extra thirsty.
Right.
I need it.
It's just some crack going on.
Yeah. It's so funny. So now right now, Maine has a ridiculous spike in COVID cases. It's out of control right now. Like literally everybody job got a COVID case, like or multiple COVID cases. Like places are shutting down. They just enforced the mask mandate, like how it was before. Everyone is required to wear masks.
Yeah, we're back to the
Customers.
masks.
Yep, mask mandate. But this is the crazy part. So all these things have been going in front of council like lately, all these different little things. So they decided January 1st to raise the minimum wage from 18. Now this is just this is for frontline workers. It's considered hazard pay for everybody who work in like restaurants, who encounter people.
Yeah.
Right. So the minimum wage here is $13, but they raised it to $18 during a state of emergency while the COVID was going on.
Right.
And people were struggling with that. They had a hard time, and they kept on going and trying to like get it voted out, and it stuck. And we haven't lifted the state of emergency. January 1st, they decided, because the Omicron variant was growing so rapidly, they decided to raise the hazard pay to $19.50. And that's January 1st. Well, businesses were not happy about that because they can barely pay to 18, and you guys already made them do that, and then now you're gonna raise it till $19.50.
Right.
So they went and voted on ending the state of emergency so that the minimum wage could go back to $13.
Right.
Which to me it makes no sense. It's
But
just
they reinstated the mask
mandate.
Right.
So it's still a state, like if you have to reinstate the mask mandate, we are in a state of emergency.
Right.
The hospitals right now are struggling because they are overworked and like all the beds are filling up. So we are clearly in a state of emergency.
Right.
But you lifted it because these business owners they can't afford to pay the $19.50. And it's just one of those things where like they had the loudest voices, and when they went to that meeting, they voted 8-1 to end the state of emergency, just specifically so that these business owners don't have to pay the $19.50.
Right.
So now what happens? You take a person from $18 so hold on. So
Hope they saved. Like,
well, that goes into effect on the 14th of January, the minimum wage going back to $13. But they put it at $19.50 on the 1st. So do you got to pay $19.50 from the 1st to the 14th, and then you know what I mean? Like
Right.
It's so silly.
yeah.
And it's going to get weird because it's about to just create more drama, because people are going to be dropping people wages back to minimum wage, and they're going to quit.
And they're going to quit because they're going to be like, oh, I can do something else. And then,
Yeah, like you get used to getting, and then I think this girl added it. She was like, that's like $200 a week of money that they'll be losing. It's like a lot of money to lose if you've been like using that to survive. Like you got comfortable with the $18 over the last year, and then now they put you back at 13. We give you 14.
right.
It's like, I don't know. At the same time, I don't feel like dishwashers should be getting paid that much money.
Right.
It's like, give them some incentive to like do better in life. Don't just make them their job so comfortable that they're just like, just dishwashing. This is my career. I'm a career dishwasher,
But there are people that are career dishwashers.
and they fine with that.
Right.
Okay, you want to be like that every single day? Your clothes wet, like you're sweaty, and it's fucking humidity back there. Like, why would you want to live like that every day? I don't understand it.
I don't know. It's a simple job, you know? Like,
That's what it is. Simple.
you know,
job.
the dishes come in, they go out. The dishes come in, they go out. The dishes come in, what do?
You go out.
They go out. That's right. So
Yeah.
I mean, like I understand it. You know, I've washed dish in my life. It's not the worst thing. It does suck getting all wet though.
Doing
That's
it every single day.
every day
in the
and then
winter.
Well, I remember on Catalina when I was doing dish. You were the dish man, and you had to do dishes twice a day. And so for the breakfast and the dinner service, and you're like, oh man, about
Shit
to get
sucks.
soaked.
Right.
Twice. So you
Yeah,
had to have
like-
2 sets of clothes.
It's
Yeah.
funny because we have a autistic kid that works with us, or he's a grown ass man,
Mhm.
but he has to be doing those dishes. Like,
Right.
so I understand the money, like, for him, like,
Right.
he can use that, you know what I mean? That's a job that's all he can do. So, like, that's more under it. Cases like that is more understandable. But he's like, hey, there's no dishes today because we ain't had no customers.
Mhm.
This is a snowstorm. He's like, no dishes today. And he was like, I need something to do because the HR lady, he was like, Rachel, she's gonna fire me because I'm not doing any work. She's gonna fire me. And then the kid I work with was like, it's okay. We're not doing anything either. We're just standing around. There's nothing to do today.
Mhm.
And he was like, she's gonna fire you guys too.
Just because it was a slow day.
Because we had nothing to do. And he's like, what do I do? Like, he don't know what to do with himself.
Right.
And he's comfortable with dishes.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like,
You gotta
overall,
have,
like,
he has to be occupied.
if you're working at McDonald's, why are you getting paid $18?
Right.
Like, you need to work your way up to that. Like, my friend Jessica, she been at McDonald's forever. Like, she deserved what she get paid because she made McDonald's a career. She a
Right.
manager. She loves it. Like, she's comfortable with
Yeah,
it.
she had a mid-career.
Mid-career. Yeah, she's good. And that's perfectly fine. At least you know what you want. You know what I mean? But if you just fucking around on the fries all day, like, no, you're not about to get paid $18 an hour. You need to strive to do better. So we gonna keep your ass at minimum wage.
Right.
Maybe you work your way up to the burgers.
Maybe
We'll give
one
you
day.
extra $1.
Yeah.
Something.
That's where the big bucks roll in.
That's where the big bucks roll in.
What is that, Louis Anderson? He's like, I used to be mopping floors like you guys. Now I'm washing the lettuce. Next step is fries.
I mean, I get it. Like, in some places, the cost of living is higher, so I understand that. I mean, but at the same time, it's like, man, especially when I go through the drive-thru and then you don't even got all my shit in my bag. No, you don't deserve $18. Your ass need minimum wage, and you need to get better.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a big thing that's happening right now. So I'm just interested to see how the next couple months are gonna roll.
It'll
out.
be interesting to see people adjusting back to their regular pay.
Yeah, definitely. So right now, at my job, this big thing is going on. This whole thing going on over this French dip sandwich that we have on the menu.
Right.
It's just a French dip sandwich.
Right.
It's nothing special.
It's got the bread. It's got the meat.
Right.
It's a beef,
Right.
and then you dip it into the au jus.
Au jus, yeah.
Right.
But it's not even real au jus. It's some
Okay.
shit that I created
Okay.
because I didn't have all the shit that I needed. So, but the whole
What the au jus is where you take the drippings and then you let it solidify and then you just scrape off the top.
Hmm?
And then you scrape off the top and then you heat up the bottom.
No.
Is that not what it is?
No, you just use the meat, like the meat drippings.
Right. But then you skim off the top, right? And you use the bottom stuff.
Some depends on how you making it.
Right.
Right now, like what I have right now, I ain't skim off nothing on the top, but it's already
That
solidified.
explains a lot.
Shut up. It's already
You
solidified. The
think
top,
you're a chef?
the oil solidifies anyways. You can just
Uh-huh.
literally take the chunk off the top. You don't need to.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And when I first start, I have to do that, but today I didn't do it. I just leave it in there and I melted it down.
All right.
But this whole thing is because this sandwich, they're trying to sell it for $32, and so the servers are like, "We're not gonna make any money off of that." So now we have to do extra
Because
work.
if you buy a $32 sandwich, you're probably not going to tip as much as if you bought a $15 sandwich.
And also, people are not gonna buy a $32 sandwich.
Right.
So you might have a couple people who do, but like, and then you run into issues because the server girls have their own way of doing it. They're like, we're not even gonna tell them the price. We're just gonna ask them if they want the special sandwich.
Right.
And it's like, well, when they get their bill and realize they spent $30 for a sandwich, they're gonna be fucking pissed, and you really ain't getting no tip. And then the other girl's strategy is like, I'm gonna tell them up front what the price is immediately,
Right.
so I don't get fucked like that. But then no one's selling anything. Today we didn't sell any. And it's like, all right, we need to drop that price, so we're going to throw all that shit away.
Right.
I guess their issue is that they're putting in the work to push the special with no return.
Right.
So what are we getting out of doing additional work for the sandwich?
Kind of like your job, though. Like, it's kind of your job to kind of push the specials, which are
Yeah.
right. So,
Yeah. I mean, it's a
mean-
weird thing because servers, like, especially in the wintertime here in Portland, servers don't get paid shit. They literally, if you
Because
don't.
nobody goes out.
Right,
The tourists aren't here.
exactly.
A lot of them are just hanging around.
If you don't save in the summertime, you are fucking screwed
Right.
in the wintertime.
Yeah, that goes
And-
with a lot of the tourist industry
Spots.
here.
Yeah, definitely. But servers, and I mean, I think that goes for like whether you in Michigan or anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
like wherever you are. Like in the wintertime, business is gonna like slow down
Right.
a little bit, and if you don't save in the summertime, you're gonna be fucking screwed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what it comes to. And do you think any of them do that? No.
No,
You live fast and you die hard. Like,
it's hard to think like that. That I have this much money, but I need to put this much away.
for the wintertime when I
For the
don't have
wintertime
nothing.
when I don't have
That
anything.
is, it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that.
Right.
And yeah, I don't think I could do it. I know I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just not thinking long term like that, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, I need something consistent. I need a paycheck every 2 weeks or every week. I can't be like, am I gonna get a tip today?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh my god,
I don't
this
know, but
motherfucker tipped me $5. And I'm
those
like,
tips are nice once you start to get used to them.
when you
I
get
know.
some good tips.
I was a bellman, and getting those, coming home every day with cash in your pocket, you're like, it feels good. Feels good.
Yeah. No, you're right. Especially if you have one of those days where like you get a table and it's like 4 of them. They might tip you $100 for that one table. You're like, yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
We
yeah.
going to the bar tonight, y'all. Like that's typically what they do. They're like, oh, had a good night. Yo, we going to the bar tonight. If they
Yeah.
didn't have a good night, everybody's just sad.
And then where are they going on? Where are they going on December?
On December,
They're not going to the bar.
no, they ain't going nowhere. They sitting there
They
looking
going home.
stupid.
Well, I guess they'll
It's
go
just
home because they went to the bar whenever it was hot.
Like today they worked. Today they did literally nothing. I was like, why are you guys here? You don't get paid hourly. Like you get paid what? I think because of Hazard pay, they got moved up to like $9 an hour. That shit goes towards the taxes. So like you guys are here the whole day. You're not making anything, and then one of the tables gave y'all a coupon. It's like what the hell is going on? I wouldn't be able to come in and work every day. Like the Jamaican guy that we work with, he's like, this is pointless. I'm asking to go home. I can't be here. I'm not making no money.
Right.
He's like, what am I here for?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just wasting my time. I could be hanging with my kids right now.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy.
he'll just leave. So I don't know. It's interesting. So I was telling you about this this little clip that I saw. It was on TLC, obviously. I like the TLC shows. But it was this teacher and a 700-pound teacher. You don't get into any of that stuff.
No, but
I love
what
it.
about it? You didn't tell me about this.
I thought I told you about it, or I was waiting on this to talk about it. But so he's a 700-pound guy. He's a but he's still moving around, which is very impressive.
Right.
Like he's still moving all that weight around, and like he's a kindergarten teacher, and he's like, yeah, I got to change my life. Like pretty much, he sits in class all day, and the other teachers will come take his kids to like lunch or to the playground because he can't physically do it. He's like, I want to be able to take my kids to the playground and like all this shit. And then he's like, the parents don't like the fact that I'm their teacher, but he seems like a really fucking good teacher. The kids love him. He just don't move. He just
Right.
stay in one spot. But like the activities that he has them doing, like he does a really good job. He's really good at his job. And he said that he's like, the parents don't like the fact that I'm the kid's teacher. He was like, one parent said, what if he falls on one of them? I was like, God
no.
damn. I was like, oh my God, people are so mean.
Right.
Like, it's like this guy is obviously, I mean, people don't feel bad for people who get that large because they feel like you did it to yourself.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind my kid being in this class if he's a good fucking teacher. He's like, isn't that the point?
Right. Your kids are that young. What did you say he was?
Kindergarten teacher.
Kindergarten? Yeah,
Yeah.
they just want to.
Like, kindergarten, you 5 years old.
Yeah, they
The
just
fuck
want to
you know?
be showed attention. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
They like interacting with the other kids. They want to play with stuff. It's
Right.
like, at that age,
Maybe
it's like,
read them a story.
yeah, go to sleep. Go take it's nap
The
time.
the little old lady who swallowed a fly.
Mm-hmm. Man, I wanna fucking nap time.
Yeah.
Man, you get older, it's like, damn, can we get a nap?
I hate the nap time though.
Well, when you were a kid,
Yeah, I hated it when I was a kid, and then
I think every kid hates it.
I didn't mind it, but now I'm back to no nap time. But I took a nap last week and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But we should wrap this up.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Sweet Gravy. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravy@gmail.com.
Sweet Gravy
The
Pod.
sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye bye.